I hope you guys are doing well. Going on here tonight. There's a ton going on in my life. So here's the deal. I love my husband. I think that I have told you a million times how awesome my husband is, but he really, really went above and beyond for me tonight. Our power went out a couple hours ago, and I was like, well, I'm going to have to cancel my live. He's like, well, I think I can work it out. So he hauled the generator out of the garage. He got the generator fired up. He had to go to the gas station and get gas for the generator. He managed to get some lights plugged in for me, and so I've got some to power our entire house. So we have the generator plugged in and a couple other Nate's TV for him so he could watch some movies and charge some devices. And that's about it. And after I'm done here going live, we're going to plug in the refrigerator so we don't lose all of our food. But he managed to get me a setup going so you guys can see me. So I hope that you can see me okay. I see there's a little bit of delay in the video. I hope that's not going to be too annoying or distracting. Can you hear me okay? That'd be the most important thing, because I'm running on lights from the generator and I'm running on internet on my hotspot from my phone. So can you guys just let me know if you can hear me okay? I'm glowing. I see the video is really, really laggy. You can hear me fine. Okay, good, 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 good. As long as you can hear me, I guess that's all we'll worry about. If it's too distracting to look at the lagginess of the picture, just don't look at me. We'll hang out for a while. If it gets too annoying, I apologize, but I'm doing the best I can under the circumstances. I was actually surprised that we were able to get, as good as we've got. So many thanks to Jeff for hooking me up tonight, because I wouldn't have been able to do this without him. We got candles. My house smells like a Yankee Candle right now because we've got candles going all over the house. So my house smells really, really good. It smells like a veritable potpourri of different scents in here. But I wanted to take a second and say hi to everybody that's here. We got lots of people here tonight. Marion's here. Hi, Marion. And Judy. Sue's here. Sue. Mindy's having some soup. No, Jennifer, I still don't have power. Hi, Lisa and Sherry and Dawn. Hi, Tammy and Camelia. Dawn and Marla and Lizetta. Hello, Sherry. I got my fish tonight. I saw your question in Mindy's live. I did not go get my fish after my dentist appointment the other day because, well, it was a 3-hour appointment and I was just ready to be home after all that. But we ended up taking Nate shopping today. He needed some new clothes. So we went out to the mall, and after the mall, Jeff took me to get my fish from Long John Silver's. So I did get my fish dinner, finally. He takes such good care of me. He's such a great guy. I don't know how I got so lucky. But I did get that. Thanks. Melinda's here. Hi, Melinda. And who else? Did I say hi to everybody? I think I did. Happy Hour Crafts. Hi, Maddie. How are you? Happy Hour Crafts is my daughter, Maddie, if you guys don't know. Valerie's here. Hello. And Sean. Yeah, there's some rippling in the view. I know, Marla. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I wish you could come live with me too, Maddie. I know you have to work. Oh, yeah, it's super windy too. You're scared? Right, so who needs power when I got Jeff to fix me up? Yupper. It's not even, now we don't have any heat, so it's supposed to get down to, I think Jeff said the low tonight is only supposed to be down to about 45, but we won't have any heat, so, and it's so windy that it could get a little bit chilly, but we'll just bundle up and snuggle and we'll be fine. I think we'll be okay. I offered to take Jeff over to his grandparents, but he wanted to stay home. So him and Jeff are out in the back room, and they've got the iPad out. They're watching some Amazon Prime movies out in the back room. So they're doing okay. It's actually maybe a good thing to do some little. I mean, usually we're all in our own separate areas doing our own separate things. So this is actually maybe kind of nice for Jeff and Nate to spend a Saturday night hanging out together. We haven't done that in a long time. We used to have family movie night every Friday, um, and you know it was a nice to spend time together, just spending it together. And we don't do that anymore. Maybe we need to get back to doing that. You know, sometimes you get stuck in the rut of your routine and you forget to take time out to spend with one another. And I think that we've done that lately, and we need to get back to spending some quality time together. Yes, crochet blankets are really warm. Yupper. Yeah, I got candles going. I got my one big lights going. That might be a little bit flickery too. I apologize if it's annoying. But we're doing the best we can do. So, what's everybody up to? What's everybody working on tonight? Oh, I didn't tell you what I'm working on. So I finished, you guys. I finished my Josephine wall last weekend. Last Saturday night after my live, I stayed up late and I got it finished. And I was going to show you guys in my live tonight, but it is in the spare bedroom, which is pitch black, and I can't see to get around in there. So I was going to show that to you tonight. I'm going to have to show it to you on my whip and chat on Wednesday. So I apologize for that, but she looks amazing. It looks phenomenal. I'm so, so happy with it. So here's the story. So I had Spirit of Flight kitted up and started a little bit for the Big Bold Beautiful event, and that was another canvas that I was going to work on for the event. Well, and after I finished my Josephine wall, I decided I would, keep working on that one. But it's another Josephine wall, and I honestly was missing the fun of doing the 250 color major confetti big canvas. So I had this one that I had kitted up and I had just barely gotten a start to. And this one has 180 colors. This is also from Diamond Painting Deutschland. It's called Herbstwald, and I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly because I don't speak German. But I'll show you. It's a little bit difficult to tell what it is just by looking at it. It's an autumn landscape scene. So the only image that I have of it available right now, I can show you on the box, but it doesn't, or the tube, but it's going to be kind of hard to see what it's going to look like. But that's what it lists Diamond Painting. And one of my subscribers, was it you, Judy, that did this? And sent me the email of the pictures after it was finished. And it was absolutely the most beautiful diamond painting I've ever seen. I just absolutely love it. So this is going to hang in my back family room, 1 centimeters. So I don't know. I didn't do the math. I'm thinking that would still qualify for the Big Bold Beautiful event. I mean, it's pretty big. 6650 square centimeters was our cutoff point. I'm thinking, I mean, how much math do you want? Sue, you probably can do it real quick. The 112 by 61, am I okay still? Am I in it? That might not be within our range. I'm not sure. But it's pretty big. It's pretty big. And I'm not winning any prizes anyways, so I'm not eligible to win a prize from myself. So I figured I can get away with it. And now I was going to work on my gnome tonight because I have been working on that tall mushroom gnome from DAC for November. but it is also buried in the spare bedroom where it's dark and I couldn't see to get it out because we only have a couple of lanterns. So, yeah, I this was already on my craft room table with all the drills out, so I figured, might as well work on this. I stayed up all night Thursday night working on this, and I got the entire. I did the whole bottom row. It extends pretty. It extends quite a ways this way. Let me see if I can do this without spilling anything. Nope, I spilled something. So it keeps going and and so this is like the bottom of the forest floor is what you're seeing here. And that's where I'm at with that. Let's see, what's everybody working on? Yeah. Mindy, you're so funny. Hi, Kaden. You're so funny. I could crawl underneath my piles of crochet projects. You're right. You know what is funny? We tried to get our house internet working tonight. So when Jeff plugged in the generator and ran all the extension cords, he unplugged the router from the wall and he plugged the router into the power strip that he had connected to the generator, thinking that we could run our home internet so that way Nate could play his games still and I'd be able to go live on our home Wi-Fi. That way I wouldn't have this lag or whatever in the picture. And it didn't work. The cable must be out too. But anyways, he had to get behind the bed in the spare bedroom and he was yelling at me. Ooh, was he yelling at me? He was mad because I've got so much shit piled in that room. I've got yarn in there. I've got diamond paintings all over the bed. I've got poor Maddie when she comes to spend the weekend. She can't even sleep in her spare bedroom because there's diamond paintings all over the bed. I'm sorry, Maddie. So Maddie's starting a new second job tomorrow is why she's not here with us tonight. She got hired as a weekend manager at Joann's. So she is going to be working at Joann's on the weekends, which is super exciting for me because they get a phenomenal employee discount. So I can't wait to go down to her store and go yarn shopping with her, or just regular craft store shopping. That's going to be awesome. I think it's like, what is it, Maddie? 30% you get off for employee discount, which is a pretty good discount. I was shocked at prices. We went, like I said, we went shopping today for some new clothes for Nate. He's just growing like a bad weed. The kid is suddenly taller than I am. I'm 5'5.5". I like to throw that half inch in there. I'm 5'5.5", and Nate, like, just since the start of the school year, sprouted up and he's taller than me now. So he has been just growing out of his clothes. So we needed to go clothes shopping for him. But I couldn't believe the price of things. Holy hell. We got him a new coat. It was $90 for a freaking coat. But he wanted it so bad. He fell in love with this coat and he really, really wanted it. So we got it for him. And he got a few pairs of pants and a bunch of t-shirts and a couple of sweatshirts. So it was a good day. It was a good day for Nate. So let's see. Working. Let me go back and see what everybody's working on. Marion's working on Astronomer. I like that one. Oh my gosh, your second Big Bold Beautiful. That's awesome. Sean's working on Tribute from TSA. Oh, yep, it was Judy that did this one. It is stunning. It is stunning. Jennifer's replacing drills on words that didn't turn out. I need to do that. I really need to do that. Rhonda, hello. Sue, okay, I do qualify. 68 by 32. Some Enchanted Evening is working on Catherine. Melinda's knitting a dishcloth. Camelia's working on the end of the rainbow from Dreamer's Design. Lisa's working on Nap Time from Randall Spangler. Valerie's working on her gnomes. Rhonda's working on Reading Tree from Spangler. Marla's working on Daddy Kiss. Cute, cute. Yep, 30% off is the discount. Awesome. Even off sale prices. That's so cool. Sherry's working on the Sweet Life. Judy's working on finishing up Christmas ornaments that she Oh, you're putting up your tree tomorrow. Jeff said I was shocked because Jeff is pretty grinchy. And usually he makes us wait until after Thanksgiving to put up the tree. Because I was talking about this in my whip and chat. When we put up our Christmas tree, the Christmas tree lights turn on. No, it wasn't in my whip and chat. It was with Mindy during our crochet live on Friday. When we put up our Christmas tree, the tree lights come on and they don't turn off until the tree comes down. Just the lights stay on all the time. So Jeff doesn't ever let us put our tree up until the day after Thanksgiving. Well, yesterday, or maybe it was today, he suggested that we put our tree up next weekend. I was so excited that he buckled and he's letting us put it up, what is that, 2 weeks early or 1 week early? So that's exciting. But then, of course, we want to be able to wait for Maddie to come home because it's, Maddie usually puts the tree up with us. But she's, now that she's got a weekend job, she probably won't be coming home on the weekends like she used to. So, which sucks. I wish that I could pay her weekend wages and get her to come home instead. I'd much rather have her come home and spend time with us, but I understand you got to make that money, especially before the holidays. But yeah, we're going to put our tree up next weekend. And then I said, well, should we invite the little girls over, my granddaughters over? And both Jeff and Nate were like, no. We had the little girls over with us last year when we put the tree up, and it was interesting. All of our Christmas tree decorations ended up being on the bottom front in a cluster because that's where they could easily reach. And I just left them. I left them for the whole season. All of them are just in like a cluster this big. Caden's working on Honey Drip Farm. Nice. Cool, Caden. You're halfway done with it. That's another one that I started. That's one of my 50 whips. I am not even close to halfway done with it. But that was, when it came out, and it still might be, my favorite Chuck Pinson was Honey Drip Farm. I think it's still my favorite Chuck Pinson. To date. I mean, he might have other stuff that hasn't been produced in the diamond paintings yet that I might like better. But to date, that was my favorite Pinson diamond painting. And I don't know why I quit work. Probably events. I start diamond paintings with great intentions, and then events come up and I get sidetracked and something new and shiny gets delivered, and I get sidetracked. So I got to tell you guys what I did, what happened to me today. So, okay, I was laughing during Mindy's live tonight because Dale was talking about, no, she doesn't need any more yarn. She doesn't need any more diamond paintings. She needs to sell more stuff, da-da-da-da-da. And I was laughing because Jeff is the exact same way. He sounded just like Jeff. Jeff just asked me the other day, he's like, if you die, what do I do with all this shit? He's like, you've got so much stuff. What do I even do with it all? I'm like, just give it to Maddie. She'll figure it out. So Maddie, clean out your craft room, because if I go anywhere, you're getting all my stuff. But anyway, I had ordered some yarn from Hirschner's because we're doing that crochet along with the calming comfort blanket that's going to start after we finish our pillow that we're doing on Mindy's channel. And I ordered it in the colorway Frosty Autumn, and I showed you guys that yarn last weekend during my live. Well, Sue called me one day and she was like, well, you know, and now Hirschner's, they have pretty good prices, but their shipping is a little bit, it's 12, well, it depends on how much you buy. But for what I wanted to order, the shipping was going to be $12. And, you know, that's, that's a considerable, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not super cheap either. Well, they were having a sale on, they had a coupon code for shipping that you could get shipping for 31 cents. So I thought, well, I'll go take a look and see what they've got. Well, one of the colorways on the yarn packs that I liked for this new crochet along that we're going to be doing had been out of stock when I chose my colors. And it was back in stock when I was looking when they were having the sale on shipping. So I thought, well, shoot, I might as well. I'm going to get that. I'm going to order that colorway that I wanted, originally. So that came, and then they had some other baby yarns on sale, super, super cheap. And it was a combo pack of several different colors together. And I thought that I could use that and make another one of those Espirito del Sol blankets that I'm making. That's a hook down sunshine pattern. That's another crochet along. So I went ahead and ordered it. Well, it got delivered yesterday. And I heard the mailman come and put it on the front porch. But I didn't want Jeff to know that I had ordered more yarn. So I didn't go get it. So for the whole last night and all day today, I was waiting for him to like go out to the garage or go to the store or something so I could sneak out to the front porch and retrieve this yarn delivery so he wouldn't know that I had ordered more yarn. So finally he says, okay, I'm going to go to the grocery store. And I'm like, yes, great. I can run out there and get my yarn as soon as he leaves. So I see the car back out of the driveway and I see the car pull forward and stop and him get out. And I'm like, oh shit, he saw it. He saw the boxes on the front porch. So he goes up on the porch, gets the boxes, and he holds them in the window at me, and he shrugs his shoulders like, what the hell, Like, what? It's yarn. I needed it. It was on sale. I needed it. So fun. Mindy, you're working on crocheting triangles? Woohoo! I need to do my triangles. Hi, Risa. Risa's working on Festive Fireplace. Beautiful. I love that one. Yes, Maddie. Oh, Maddie, I forgot to tell you. Mindy found I should have her text it to you, the picture of it, and see if you like it. Mindy, I was telling her about your wanting to make a table runner, a Christmas table runner. And she texted me earlier today a pattern that came in one of her crochet magazines. It's a perfect table runner. You would love it. So I want to see if it's something that you would be interested in. So I'll just give her your number and she can text it to you and see if you like it. Because it's really, really cute. Super cute. So yeah, Maddie and Austin put up their Christmas tree and put up all of their Christmas decorations already and Christmas movies all week. So Maddie is ready. She's in the spirit. And I'm sure once she starts working at Joann's and is doing all the, selling all of the Christmas decorations and, Christmas craft supplies, that she's really, really going to get in the mood. Maddie's she's always been my Christmas lover. Ever since she was a kid, she absolutely loved Christmas. Are there any kids listening right now, if anybody is listening and they have any kids, I don't want to say anything if anyone has any kids listening, but I've got just an adorable story about Maddie. Um, but it's not that it's inappropriate. It just uh, might have some spoilers, shall we say. I don't want to give away any spoilers. Oh, and since we have no power and I don't really have much to do, I am drinking wine tonight so that I can get nice and prepared so I can go to bed early after this is over. So not only am I drinking wine tonight, but I got out the jumbo bottle of wine. It's jumbo. And as you can see, I've already had a little bit. Just a little bit. I decided tonight would be a good wine night. And especially since we don't have any heat, you know, if I drink a little bit of wine, that'll keep me nice and warm too. I'll be toasty in more ways than one. Oh, I'll show you. Let me show you. I've got it sitting right here. Let me show you the new colorways that I got for the new crochet along. Oops, I have to be careful not to trip over cords. I've got cords running everywhere in here. That would be a big mess. We would go into the pitch dark and it would be terrible. So this is the new colorway that I got. Aren't those colors beautiful? This is called Moroccan. So I need 5 colors and this pack has 4 colors in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair it with a, this is like a, in this, well, you can't see it because it's reflective. Let me just open this and take one of these out. I want to feel it anyways. Ooh, it's nice and soft. I like it, but I'm going to use, for my 5th color, I'm going to use this oatmeal color right here. And I think that'll be pretty with it. So yeah, this is nice and soft, worsted weight yarn. It was a pretty good price too. And the thing I like about the Hirschner's yarn that they do is look what they do in the centers of their balls. They have little easy start tabs so you don't end up with a bunch of yarn barf. You know right where the center is and you can pull right from the center. Very cool, very cool. Yep, this one's called Morocco. Brenda's working on her big, bold, and beautiful too. Oh, Sherry, I didn't know they did Honey Drip Farms into a puzzle. That's cool. Yeah, Jennifer, I got busted. I totally got busted. And he was like, you know, what the hell? I'm like, it's yarn. He's like, yeah, I know it's yarn. I can feel that it's yarn. How much yarn do you need? I said, well, Christmas is coming. I'm making Christmas gifts, which is true. The blanket that we make in the crochet along is going to be a Christmas gift. So, Mindy, I'm going to have to not screw up on this crochet along because it's got to be done before Christmas. We're going to have to not be frogging like we did on Friday. We ended up doing one round we had to frog because we read the directions. When I say we, I mean me. I don't mean to. I read the directions wrong. It was totally my fault. Totally my fault. Even it cost us valuable time. Yes, new colors. Those were the colors that I had originally wanted. Yup. Teresa's working on her big, bold, beautiful. Cool, cool. Ooh, Catherine, you got busted today too? Well, I'm glad that your husband didn't give you as much grief as my husband gave me. I think, you know what, and it's just because it's getting close to Christmas. Once I told him it was for Christmas gifts, fine. But when it gets close to Christmas and I'm spending money, and then saying, hey, I need money for Christmas shopping, you know, he's kind of like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Maybe you should spend less money on on your own personal craft supplies and start spending that money on Christmas gifts. And stop asking me for money. So as soon as I told him it was for Christmas gifts, he was okay with it. All right, I'm getting to the point in this section where, because this is the section I'm working on, it's hard to tell in the camera, but it goes from about here to here. And I'm getting to the point where I'm filling in. And so it's a little bit difficult with this many colors to, because it's quite confetti. You know, with 180 colors, each section it's quite a bit of confetti. Not as bad as that Josephine wall, though. This I can actually do some multi-placing on, and it seems like the colors, they kind of go in a gradient rainbow. So you're using like colors at the same time. You know, where with the Josephine wall, you could have a very small section and be using all 250 colors. In this one, at least you're using, you know, quite a few of the same color in a section, which is nice. I mean, you know, it makes it go by a little bit faster. It was taking me, for the same size sections on that Josephine wall with 250 colors, it was taking me about 6 to 8 hours to do a section that was about 6 inches by 6 inches. And with this one, I timed myself the other night when I worked on it, and it took me about 3.5 hours to do the same size section. So it does go by, or it does work up quite a bit more quickly than that Josephine did. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't know. I just like to figure stuff like that out. Does anybody else do that? Do you ever like calculate how much time you spend on something? Or how long it takes you to do like a certain size section or area? Or how long, does anybody calculate how long it takes them to finish how many hours it takes them to finish a diamond painting? Because I know on Facebook, I see people post their finishes and they'll say like how many hours they spent on it. I wish I was that organized that I like kept track of that kind of thing, but I'm not that organized at all. At all. We were talking about this last time because I think it was Joe who was talking about, and a couple other people were talking about keeping track of their diamond paintings on the Gems Flow app. And I think with that app, you can also keep track of your time worked, your time spent working on it as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think I remember that. But I've never been quite that organized. And my problem is, and I think it's because I jump from one project to the next so often, that I would spend half my time writing things down because I'm switching between projects. Oh, and I'm working on another project for November that is not a diamond painting. Now, I know, again, it doesn't qualify for a prize but I mean, I'm hosting the event, so I don't get to win a prize anyway. But I'm making a gnome pillow, and I'm having a lot of fun doing that. I have for a long time, and I'm really, really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. Does anybody else here do latch hook? So I was on Hirschner's and I was looking at their latch hook kits. They have some just like beautifully intricate ones, but they're expensive. They're like $70, $80 for a latch hook kit. I mean, I'm having a good time with it, but I don't think I can justify spending that kind of money on one, even if it is really beautiful. Oh goodness, I'm trying to get this drill and I can't get it on my pen. Hey Stacy, how you doing? Oh, you had to work yesterday? That's fine. Lisa, you get busted all the time too. That's funny. Lisa, you do track. Sean does not track. Jennifer doesn't track. Catherine doesn't track. Joan from Joan Diamond Paints does it for everyone. Yeah, I can't really be bothered either. Marla does keep track. Judy wants, does anyone know what's the max number of colors painting as of today? I think I saw one for 300, but not quite sure about that and where to get it. Hi Kathy. Kathy Cross is here. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. I've never personally seen one with more than 275 colors, and that was from Diamond Painting Deutschland. But that's not to say that they're not out there. I'm probably not the best person to ask. I don't really keep up like I should with I never know any this is going to sound terrible. I never know anything until after somebody tells me. Like I'm not good at like going out and researching things on my own. But I know Diamond Painting Deutschland does have some with 275 colors, but I've never seen one for 300 colors. I would like to. I would do a 300 color one. That'd be awesome. I wonder if there's a, you know what would be cool is if somebody made one, just somebody, of anything, 447 DMC colors. That would be cool. I would buy it. I wouldn't even care what it was. I would buy it. Seashell, you have a spreadsheet. That's awesome. So you just came up with something on your own. See, that maybe I could do. Like if I could customize something and put in my own, you know, categories or whatever, I might do that. I might be able to do that. But I find like the logbooks and the apps, they tend to have more fields than I think are necessary to keep track of. And it's just like, yeah, I know I could just ignore them, but I can't really. I'm just not a maintenance person with anything. I'm just not a maintenance person. I'd fall off the wagon with that real fast. Joan said recently that she can do a 30 by 40 in 7 to 8 hours. Yeah, that's probably about right. I have timed how long it takes me to do like a 30 by 40. An 8 hour, I can do one in 8 hours. Now, it would depend on, you know, how many colors and how much confetti is in it. You know what I mean? If it's a lot of color blocking, or if it's, you know, all confetti. But yeah, it's probably, I would say 8 hours. Back when I was single placing, because I used to never multi-place. This was way, way back when I first started diamond painting. I told myself that I would never multi-place. The things we say to ourselves, right? So I told myself that I would never multi-place. I only liked doing single placing. And I was doing single placing of 30 by 40 in 10 hours. But again, that's right when I first started diamond painting, and you know, I haven't timed it out since then. Of course, I honestly don't do many 30 by 40s anymore because it seems like I'm always working on something for an event or for a gift, and they don't I just, you know, I don't get to them like I should, like I'd like to. I have so many too. I have so many cute 30 by 40s that I would love to work on. I do have, now, you know what, Jennifer, now that you bring that up, I've got a diamond painting that has words on it that I did for my sister. It's a 30 by 30, and it turned out really well, except for a couple of words are kind of crappy. They don't really look the way they should. And I have been going to do a video on how to change your words. I've been going to do that video for probably 8 months. And I just haven't gotten to it because I don't love, that's one of the things about diamond painting that I don't love doing, is having to make, I hate having to pick drills off and redo things. So this stupid gift's been sitting here for probably 7-8 months, and it's finished, but I just don't like the way the words turned out, and I want to redo it. I want to redo the words. But I have not gotten around to it. It's really cute. It says, in our family, we don't hide crazy. We put it on the porch and give it a drink or something like that, which describes my sister Holly to a T. Our family tree is full of nuts. Julie, you don't multi-place either? Yeah, that's how I was. Oh, the kids came over, huh, Jody? That's cool. That's awesome. Hi, Mike. Jigsaw Diamonds. Oh, Kathy, I know. I hope you get in. I hate that you had to give up your spot last year. Yeah, that's true, Lisa. People do always ask, "Oh my gosh, how long did that take you?" Like with my Josephine, and that's, I wish I kind of did keep track, because people ask me that about my Josephine wall. Now, I started it last September and I just finished it last weekend, but I didn't work on it for several months. You know what I mean? And I only worked on it sporadically. So I wish I could give them a time, like in hours, that it took me. And I suppose, I mean, I know how long it took me to do a 6x8 section or a 6x6 section. So I could measure it out and calculate by that. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, I'm getting to the point now where I'm just like henpecking drills in, filling in my bare spots, which can be a little bit that can be a little bit boring, or a little bit tedious rather, to have to go and find color by color. So I think I'm going to cut open a new section here and start on a new section while I'm with you guys, so that I can get so that I can do it a little bit easier, and then I'll finish that section up later. So let me just measure over here how far I want to go over. And what I do with these double-sided adhesive diamond paintings is I have this ceramic knife. It's like a little pen knife. It's got a little sharp end, and I just cut the cover. I just don't press really hard so it doesn't cut through your canvas, and just peel open a new section, just like that. So we'll start on a new section while we're here, and I'll finish up putting in those little last remaining ones later. That'll make it a little bit easier for me to read comments and chit chat while I'm on here. Woo, that was a big section I cut open. That's a little bit bigger than 6x6. That's funny. Rhonda, you know, Royal Diamond Paintings, I've heard does, never seen one that has any colors from them. Uniquely Yours Down Under, I didn't have a great experience with the quality of theirs. They're quite expensive, and I wasn't really happy with what I got. from them. So I don't want to say I wouldn't recommend it, but if you're gonna spend that kind of money, I would I would go with Diamond Painting Deutschland. Um, their quality is stellar, and they have lots and lots of colors. I don't know. But I'm just as a friend, you know, that's just my personal opinion. But you know what opinions are like, right? Everybody has everybody has one, and everybody's is different. Love and I'm not bad mouthing at all. Just they're not my. They wouldn't be my first choice. Put it that way. Wouldn't be my first choice. Yeah, Paula, you're right. Paula said Joan also observed that the number of colors has been reduced from over 30 to closer to 20. That's true. I've noticed that too on a lot of my budget diamond paintings. It used to be about 30, 32 colors. Now it's about 20, 24 colors. Um, 20, 22 colors actually. Yeah, it seems like they are going with less colors on those budget friendly 30 by 40s. I don't know why. I think that when they changed the printing style, because I don't know how familiar you guys are with, or how long you've been diamond painting, but diamond paintings used to be printed by pixel. So each drill color was a square pixel. They recently, and I say started printing, and it looks like they took the picture and put the picture on the canvas and then placed a drill field over top of the picture. So there's like lines, like outlines that you can see in the background, like with round drills or whatever, that I believe give it a much better definition. So maybe they reduced the number of colors in a painting because they were more detail the way they were printing them. I don't know. That's just a off the top of my head thought. I don't know if it has any validity or not. Um, I'm no kind of authority on anything, so don't take what I say as gospel as it relates to nearly anything. Oh, hey, Melinda, you're not late. You're fine. You're fine. Sean, you're doing better than I do. You're doing better than I do. No, Jody, my power is not back on yet. No, no, no. Hi, Anonymous. It's cool. How are you? I am way, way behind on chat. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Jennifer, that's true. People do ask that about crochet too. How, yep, switching up projects all the time, so it's hard to know. Camelia, you single place everything? You know what? For the longest time, multi-placing didn't work for me, and I all but gave up on it. And then I did Nightbringer, which, if you're not familiar with Nightbringer, it's from Diamond Art Club. It's by JoJo's Art, and it's a deer, a stag, um, in a completely black background. It is. I don't even remember how many bags of black are in that diamond painting, but it's a predominantly black diamond painting. And if I place that entire thing, going crazy. So I did Nightbringer, and I still though, and that was years ago, but I'm still only comfortable, really comfortable with a four placer. That's I only feel like I have control with a 4-placer. Now Maddie likes to work with a 7-placer. She can go 7 and be happy, but my happy spot is a 4-placer. I don't even try to go bigger than that. Even if I have a ton of color blocking, I'll stick with a 4-placer. Because I feel like when you go bigger than that, and you know, somebody's gonna disagree, and that's fine. If it works for you, I'm very happy for you. But it just doesn't work for me. I find that when I do bigger than a 4-placer, my drills get like scrunched up. They don't fit right on the canvas in the spot. They get squinched up too close together. So maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. I find that I have to adjust them a lot more if I go anything bigger than a 4-placer. So I just stick with that. Hi, Lisa. Judy, yeah, I didn't deal with their customer service, but I have heard that they're rude. Lisa, I am diamond painting. This is called Herbstwald by from Diamond Painting Deutschland. I was missing my Josephine wall after I finished it with the 250 colors. And this one has 180 colors. So I pulled this bad boy out and started working on it the other night. And I worked on it. I was having so much fun. I didn't even notice the time. I worked on it all night Thursday night. All night. Stayed up all night working on this. I listened to music. I rocked out. Had fun. Felt kind of bad because I had my music on and Nate was asleep across the hall, but he was sleeping. He didn't hear me. Oh, Lisa, your kitty's watching? That's funny. Yeah, Teresa, I don't tried the metal tips, and I don't know if you can tell this because I have kind of a bad connection, but do you see how my 4-placer is kind of ridged across the top from use? I actually kind of like that it has that little bit of give to it. I think it holds the drills in place exactly where they're supposed to be better, and a metal placer doesn't ever give you that. You know what I mean? I've just never had any luck trying to use a metal placer. Isn't it so funny how people are just so different in the things that they prefer, and the things that work well for them, and they're doing the exact same thing, you know? I mean, and that goes from wax to pens to tips to everything, like pens. I love this pen. The reason I love this pen so much is look at how thin it is. Let me just find one for comparison. Oh, come on. I know I have a Enabler's Outpost pen in here. Where the heck is it? Oh, where did it go? Oh, you guys, I am an unorganized mess in here. I guess I don't have it in here. You can't tell then, but this is actually a lot more slender than your average diamond painting pen. And I prefer a slender pen. Now, oh, here it is. So this one is a standard width pen from Enabler's Outpost. And see how much thinner that is? I really, really like the thin pen a lot better than an average size, when I absolutely cannot do a thick pen. Has anybody ever tried, is there anybody out there that uses those palm placers? Those like short little guys, those short fat guys? I kind of am interested to try one of those. I've never tried one. Yeah, Mike, I did that. I bought the metal tips. I bought everlasting tips, and then I also bought some from Amazon, and I just couldn't. I ended up giving them away because I didn't I couldn't adjust to them. And now the same thing with trays. The same thing with trays. Everybody loves, and I say everybody, but it can't be everybody because I'm not one of these people. But most people absolutely love the 3D printed trays. And I do not. I can't work on a 3D printed tray. I don't like them. And I've tried not every, but I've tried several trays from several different companies, and I've yet to find one that I really like. I order my trays are $9.99 on Amazon from Star or Diamond Painting, and I love these white trays. And you'll never convince me otherwise. And I've tried, like I said, I've tried so many. I'm about to try a new one though. I'm about to try a new one, and maybe I'll change my mind because I still have an open mind. I still think that maybe that tray is out there, and I just haven't found it yet. So I have some trays on the way that for prizes for November. So we've got some really great sponsors for November, and one of them is Nix's Notions, and she donated some trays to us that we're going to be given away as weekly prizes. So I'm really anxious to try her trays, and maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe next week you'll hear me say, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't, try these trays before." I still have an open mind. Still have an open mind. Maybe I just haven't found the right one yet. But I find that I think my problem with them is the depth. Because, all right, I've got this teeny one here. Okay, see the depth of this tray? And then look at the depth of this 3D printed tray. It's a couple millimeters taller. And I think I'm so used to this shorter sided tray that every time I'm taking my drills out of it, I'm hitting the top of it on here and knocking my drills off. And it's just because I've been using this one for so long that I got like muscle memory to know how far up I need to lift my hand out of the tray, without touching the rim. Oh, Melinda, you like the bent metal tips. Okay. All right. I got to go back in comments, you guys. Um, Tammy, you break your plastic tips? I don't think I've ever broken a plastic tip, and I'm a hard presser. Yeah, Lisa, I've tried putty too, and I can't do the putty. Too stringy. Too stringy for me. Teresa, you use the pens that come with a kit with the squishies? That you know what? Because yeah, these are heavier. And those are lighter weight. Sometimes when I'm really diamond painting a lot, I get kind of a blister on the side of this middle finger right here, and I'll go back to using those the pink pens with the squishies, just because they are lighter. So I will swap it out every now and then for a pink pen. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Might as well use what comes with it, right? Jody, you switch it up? That's funny. Melinda uses the bendies too. Cool, cool. Rhonda likes the metal tips. BFF Pens has thinner options, Jody. I might give them a try because I've been relying. I don't remember where I got this pen. It was an Etsy seller, and it was someone that Cindy Stevens. I actually she had this at her house, and I tried it when I was there visiting her, and I loved it. And so I got online and I ordered the exact same one. But I would love to get another thin pen. I'm gonna have to, yeah, BFF pens. Remind me of that, Jody, if you would. Linda, you do pens? I might try an egg pen once. Teresa, finally, I found somebody who likes the white trays. Everybody always gives me grief about my white trays that I need to, get some 3D printed ones or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I like my white Star Or tray and it works well for me and I'm just going to stick with it. But like I said, I'm not, I'll try anything once. So I'm excited to try these ones from Mix and see what they're all about. And maybe I'll love them. You never know. Judy, I can't remember exactly where I got this. Let me ask Cindy Stevens and I will email you and tell you. Pam is here. Hi, Pam. Oh my gosh. In my whip and chat the other day, I had Norman and Norma out. Pam is the subscriber who made me Norman and Norma. They're my mascot gnomes for November. I'll get them out. Hold on a second. Let me grab them. I'll show you guys. Can you hear them jingling? So this is Norman the gnome, and his wife Norma. Aren't they adorable? Pam made these for me and sent them to me last year during November. And I had them out during my whip and chat with me last week. Tammy, your favorite pens from Amazon? That's awesome. What is Butter's putty called, Kathy? I wouldn't mind trying another putty. I've just had bad luck with it so far. It's been too stringy. But I've only tried like 2. So I mean, I'm definitely not like, it's not like I've tried everything out there, and I'm definitely open to it. Although in my single placer, I am very, very, very much dedicated to glue dots. I will never use anything other than glue dots in my single placer. I love the snap sound that it makes. I love how sticky they are. I love that I can go for 2 weeks without changing the glue dots in my single placer. And I've never found a wax or a putty or mud or anything that can duplicate that. And some people think they're too sticky. All I do is rub them on my finger a little bit and get some of the oils from your hand on them, and then that takes care of that. I love, love, love glue dots in my single placer. And then I have been a pretty loyal girl as far as my multi-placer goes. I've been pretty loyal to Not Your Mama's Mud. I found that when I first started diamond painting, and I've tried, like I said, I've tried so many different other products. If you name it, I've tried it as far as waxes and putties go. Well, not putties, but waxes. And Not Your Mama's Mud is my absolute favorite. Not to say there's not, I mean, it's definitely not like glue dots, where you don't have to change it for 2 weeks, but that's been my favorite so far, has been Not Your Mama's Mud. But it can be hard to get sometimes. Can be hard to get. Now, Beth, who is the owner of Not Your Mama's Mud, she was at the Missouri retreat, and so she brought a bunch of mud with her, and so I did buy a whole bunch. So I made sure that my stock is I'm well stocked. I'm well stocked. Catherine, you've broken your pens. You must press really hard. Oh my gosh, Mindy, there's a fire by your dad's? Mulch piles are ablaze? That's crazy. That's probably making a heck of a stink. Can it spread, Mindy? I mean, how quick? How close is it to your dad's? Okay, I am so behind on comments, you guys. I'm sorry. Dun dun dun. Yeah, Rhonda, that's why it snaps so good. Is glue dots. Yup. Lisa, Maddie started using glue dots in her multi-placer too. You can get the glue dots on Amazon. Let's see, they're just called micro glue dots. I use the micro dots. Mindy uses the mini dots, which I think she uses the mini dots, which are smaller. The micro ones are very small, and I use 3 in my multi-placer. I put 3 in at a time. But Mindy uses, I think they're mini dots, which are a little bit bigger, and I think she only uses 1. I could be wrong. I had to get a drink. Sorry, I've been talking so much. My goodness. It's so crazy, the crazy symbols that are on this thing. I know I've talked about that before, but it's funny. Like right now I'm doing headphones. Looking for the headphones. Yeah, Melinda, you use 1 mini, Mindy. Okay, that's what I thought. I might have to try those strips, Lisa, for my multi-placer. That might be the end of, if that worked out, strips in my multi-placer, that could be the end of all glues and putties for me. I'm gonna have to give that a try. I think Maddie, when she did the glue dots in her multi-placer, found that she was having a hard time getting them to release from her pen onto the canvas. All of them, like 1 or 2 would release, but not all of them because they were so sticky. But I'm sure that's, something you could, like I said, you rub your finger over it and it gets some of your oils from your hand get on it, and it makes it a little less sticky in the beginning. I've also found though with glue dots, and do you guys find this to be the case? If anybody does special drill projects, when you're working on a special drill, diamond paintings, your glue dots do wear out a lot faster. It's like the rhinestones have like a little bit of metallic shaving residue on them, and it adheres to your glue dot, and it makes my glue dot run out a little bit faster than normal resin drills. Does anybody else find that to be the case? Or I could be crazy. But I do find myself with special drill projects having to replace my glue dots a little bit more often. I haven't done a special drill or a all crystal project in quite some time. I do have that one I showed you guys last weekend from Crystal Canvas Art that I really want to work on. And I do have another storage that I haven't filled yet from finishing my J-wall. I could kit it up, but I won't. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be a good girl. I'm going to work on stuff. If Joe was here, he'd be proud of me. I'm going to work on stuff I've already got kitted up and started. Yeah, ABs are the same, Tammy. Yup. Oh, you use pink wax when you do crystals, Lisa? That might be. Maybe I should try that. Yeah, and because I find even with the Not Your Mama's Mud, if I'm doing ABs with my multi-placer, it grabs the wax right out of your pen sometimes. So it does work better to use dirty wax when you're doing ABs, definitely. That's the one thing with these diamond painting Deutschland kits is there's no ABs in them at all. So if I wanted to, I could bling this up a little bit with some sparklers or something. And ooh, oh my God, you guys! Oh, I wish I wasn't so far into this. Maybe I could peel some off and replace some. I have some copper color sparklers that would look fantastic in this diamond painting. Oh, I wish I would have thought of that sooner. See, I'm a sucky diamond painter. I'm not good at embellishing things or being creative about it. I tend to follow all the rules and do just what's charted. That's why I love the idea. Like Craftably has several round drill kits that incorporate ABs and crystals into it, and it comes with the kit. And I love that they've kind of taken the guesswork out of it for me, because I'm not so good at being creative in that way. So I do like those. I do like those kits. And I think that didn't Diamond Art Club just come out with one? Isn't there a new one from Diamond Art Club that also has crystals with it? If I'm not mistaken, wasn't that a new release either this week or last week? I don't remember. I know if you guys were in Mindy's live, we already talked about it, but I think I missed out on this because I was busy. I lost my internet connection. Oh yeah, it was the gnomes. Yup, you're right, Mindy. It was the gnomes. Absolutely. Jennifer, I didn't know you were new at diamond painting. I thought you were diamond painting for a while. Hi, bud. Nate's here. Nate, are you bored?
Yeah.
Nate's bored, you guys. He doesn't have any gaming, and he's really bored. Did you and Dad watch a movie?
No, we're watching Forged in Fire.
You're watching what? Forged in Fire?
Yeah.
But you're bored? Do you want to come in diamond paint?
We'd rather die.
You would rather what?
Die.
Nate would rather die than come in diamond paint with me. That's not very nice, is it? It's funny, when I first started diamond painting, I thought that it would be a super fun little craft that we could do together. So I bought him a diamond painting. And he did it for like, I don't know, a half hour. He's like, Mom, I hate this. Like, okay, bud, you don't have to do it. He's like, I would like to see it done, but I really don't like it. So I finished it for him. And he's got it hanging up in his room. But I thought he would like it. Eh, probably didn't have the patience. A kid probably doesn't have the patience to sit here and stick thousands of dots to a canvas. I probably wouldn't have had the patience to do it when I was 14 either, to be honest with you. I know, right, Sean? Blow to the heart. Hello. Yeah, Paula, sometimes I do switch between a thick pen and a thinner pen. Yup, yup. Ooh, Lisa, the Christopher Lavelle Mystery Kit has special drills. I've gotten that. Uh, since February. Well, that's almost a year. Hi, Cindy Lee. How are you? Oh, couldn't sleep. Well, I'm glad to have you. It's nice to see you. Yes, Linda, exactly. Don't you have some ends to weave in? No, that's Jeff that does my ends for me. I haven't taught Nate how to weave in ends yet. I got Jeff on that duty, and in fact, because I'm making 4 Afghans for Christmas gifts this season, and they're all ones that are worked in rounds, and change colors every round. Well, almost every round. So there are tons of ends to weave in. And I told him this morning, I was like, you better get ready because if this Christmas gift is going to be from you too, you got to start weaving in these ends. It's like, all right, I'll do it. Otherwise, the Christmas gift is only from me if you don't participate. So that's good because you guys all know that how much. Well, maybe you all don't, but I hate weaving in ends. It's my worst nemesis. The pillow that we're working on, I've got so many ends, it looks ridiculous. Looks like a bunch of spaghetti on the back of it. Lisa, you've never done a Chris. Yes, there's a pink blanket needing ends. You're right. You're right, Jody. That pink blanket. You know what? You told me that baby's not due till January, and you shouldn't have told me that. You should have told me that the baby was due in November, because then I would have gotten it done. My procrastinating ass, if you tell me that baby's due in January, I'm going to wait until December 31st, and then that's when that blanket's going to get done and put in the mail. Because I am nothing if not a procrastinator. Um, just like last year with crafty Christmas gifts. I'll be up all night Christmas Eve night finishing up my Christmas crafts. Always, always, always. Chronic procrastinator. Jeff made, I don't know where this came from or why I thought about it just now. Probably because I'm a little bit hungry. We ate dinner super, super early. Um, and so I'm kind of hungry right now, which made me think about it. Jeff made the most amazing meal last night. Oh my God. It was raining, so he didn't want to cook outside on the grill. And because he had yesterday off, so steak and shrimp night, which is usually Saturday night, got moved to Friday night. But it was raining, so he didn't want to cook on the grill. So steak and shrimp night got canceled. So instead, he made shrimp on the stove with butter and garlic. And then he made fettuccine alfredo and put the shrimp in with the fettuccine alfredo. Oh my gosh, it was so delicious. And so I was just thinking to myself, Man, I can't wait to go have some leftovers. It was so good. Oh, Denture Adventure update. I didn't tell you guys this because I did my whip and chat on Wednesday and I didn't go to the dentist until Thursday. So I know I've been really emotional about the whole denture thing. Um, and I know that if you guys don't know, I got dentures the end of September. And they didn't make them right the first time. They had to remake them. When they remade them, I don't know what they used for a template, but they weren't right. They didn't fit in my mouth. I couldn't even close my lips over the teeth. The teeth were so big. Um, and they were giving me a really hard time about it and telling me pretty much that I had to just deal with it. And I spent 5.5 hours at the dentist last Tuesday, 3 hours at the dentist this past Thursday, and finally, after doing as many adjustments as they could possibly do and realizing that the teeth were too, they finally realized that the teeth were too big and they couldn't make any adjustments to be able to get my lips to close over the teeth. They're finally going to make me a new set of dentures. Finally. So I am so excited. I'm so relieved and so happy that they're finally going to make it right and that something finally went my way. So they spent a long time taking 3D scans of my mouth and of the dentures that I have. And they have the impressions of my teeth before my teeth were removed to go by, and they assure me that this new set is going to um, fit my mouth. But the one caveat is I have to wait 2 weeks because their lab technician that makes the dentures has to go away to a conference and won't be there all next week. So I have to wait 2 weeks for these dentures. But that's okay. I'll wait. It makes it a little bit crappy because, it kind of impairs my ability to go out in public, and it definitely affects my ability to eat. I can't eat anything that I can't, chew soft foods is all I'm eating. But it'll really be worth it in the end if I can get something that looks decent and functions properly. I'll be so happy. I mean, after all, that's what I paid for, right? I don't, it's really not asking too much, but um, I'm just so happy that they finally agreed to remake them and get them right because they didn't want to at first. They really were hesitant to admit that they had screwed up, but they finally did. So, woohoo! Yay me! Score one. It was them score of two, me score of zero there for quite a while, and now we're finally scoring one. So I'm super happy to finally get some teeth, be able to go out in public and not be embarrassed. Maybe get to eat something other than soft foods. It did, Jennifer. It took them forever. Took me forever. Yeah, Lisa, that's what Jeff wanted me to do. Was because of for insurance reasons, was to do some of it this year and some of it next year. But they made the decision that my teeth were not repairable and that I would need dentures. So it really wasn't. I mean, I couldn't really like I couldn't span it across like that, but it would have been nice if we could have, for insurance purposes, like done some of it this year and some of it next year. But we just had to bite the bullet and do it. It was tough. I mean, it's a lot of money to put out there um, for. I mean, for us it was anyways. Um, and to have him not be right, it was heartbreaking. You guys heard me. I mean, I broke down. I cried in the office several times, and I cried every day. It was absolutely devastating. I went to the Missouri retreat, and I had to spend the majority of the weekend without any teeth. And talk about a humbling, embarrassing experience. You know what I mean? Like to be among strangers and have to go without having any teeth in your head was really, really, like I said, humbling and embarrassing. But everybody there was so sweet and so understanding. Nobody was teasing or making fun, at least not to my face. I mean, maybe they did behind my back. I don't know. But you can only imagine how self conscious you would be if you had to be in public, basically, without any teeth. It was really mentally tough to do that, to be vulnerable like that. But finally, it's gonna hopefully it'll all be worth it in the end. Yeah, Sherry, enough is enough. Exactly. Oh, your partial kills you. That sucks, Lisa. I'm so sorry. Yeah, yeah, I hear ya. I hear you, Lisa. I know it was really tough for us financially to do it, and my teeth were so bad. I had been putting it off for so long. My teeth were really, really bad, and it was to the point where, as embarrassing as it was to go to the retreat without any teeth, it probably would have been more embarrassing for me to have gone to the retreat had I not had all my teeth pulled and gotten um, the dentures because my teeth were so bad. It was really, it impacted my life tremendously. I wouldn't leave the house, and I still won't because my dentures aren't. I don't have. I get these new dentures, I'll be a little bit more self confident and able to leave the house because. Like right now, one thing that Jeff and I used to do every year is we would go to Red Lobster for endless shrimp. And I was at the dentist, and they have a little TV in the chair, and I was there for 3 hours, so I did a lot of watching of that TV. Um, but there was an ad for Red Lobster for endless shrimp. And that was something that was kind of a tradition for Jeff and I. Every year we would go to Red Lobster for endless shrimp. And I kind of cried because I haven't been able to do that. I've been so embarrassed and self conscious of my appearance that I haven't been able to do that. And the same thing like with my yarn videos, because I do my yarn videos face to face. I haven't done a yarn video in a few months because of my teeth. So I'm really, really hoping that this new set is right so I can get back to my normal life. I mean, you guys have been, I know that my speech has changed, and I do have a little bit of a lisp now. And you guys have been all so supportive and loving uh, as my speech has changed. um, and I appreciate that. But it does. It affects your life. It really, really, has affected many aspects of my life. I can't wait to be able to rejoin the public. Be able to go out to dinner with my husband, um, go to school functions, stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to being able to rejoin society, make face to face videos again, that kind of stuff. Right, Jennifer? I loved it when we had to wear masks all the time. Yeah, loved it. Loved having to wear masks. I know, Jody, you love Red Lobster. I knew when I was saying about Red Lobster, I was like, oh, Jody's going to be so jealous. I'm talking about Red Lobster. Everybody who doesn't know, Jody's from Canada and they don't have Red Lobster. So, well, at least not where she's at. I don't know if all of Canada doesn't have Red Lobster, but where she's at, she doesn't have Red Lobster. Oh, see, so many people have problems. I'm so, you know what? You guys have no idea how much it means to me to hear that other people have those problems because I really have felt very, very alone in the whole experience. Like, as I have been isolating myself in my home because of my teeth, I have felt very alone in that. So it makes me feel really, really good to know that there are so many other people who are dealing with the same kinds of things. I mean, I'm sorry for you. But I feel you. Um, I feel you. I just hope that this can all be in the past. It'll all be good soon, 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 soon. Oh, you got 2 Red Lobsters in Calgary, Rhonda? Thank you, Pam. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry, Lisa. I'm sorry. All right, I think I got all the flames. The flames I was working on. What should I do next? Next, we'll do X's, I guess. One thing about working on a double-sided adhesive kit is the glue comes out so far on the edges of the canvas. And I know I could put washi tape there. I'm just too lazy. But I put my tray there and then my tray sticks to the glue. And I know I could solve that problem. Just lazy. Just pure laziness. Pure laziness. Lisa's got just the deers and the turkeys and a lone skunk. Keep that skunk away, Lisa. You don't want any skunks. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. So Jeff went truck shopping the other day. He came home with, now he didn't buy one. He didn't buy one, but he did test drive one. So he did come home with a truck that he likes. Trucks are expensive, you guys. Holy crap. So I have to turn my lease in on my Equinox soon. So he was thinking about leasing a truck. Now, I don't want a car payment anymore. I don't go anywhere. I don't need to be making a car payment. We have an old Trailblazer that Jeff has been driving because his truck took a crap. And so Jeff's going to get a new vehicle and I'm going to drive the Trailblazer because I don't go anywhere. But so he did come home with a truck to test drive. He didn't buy it. I don't know if he's going to or not. He's talking about buying out the lease on my Equinox, but neither one of us really love that vehicle. But compared to the new car prices, it's just so much more economical to buy out the lease that we might do that and then in 2 years give it to Nate for his first car. So that's kind of the plan for now. I don't know for sure what we're going to do. I don't know. Oh no, Lisa. Oh no, you encountered a cow? That's funny. I don't know, Tammy, what happened to chat? Did something happen? I can still see it on my end. Did it disappear for you? I'm sorry. Right, Melinda? Those suckers last forever. Mine is my Trailblazer is a 2000. Let me see, 2006. So 2006 Trailblazer, and I think it's got about 150,000 miles on it. And we've had it since new. And it thing is a horse, man. It has towed our campers. It's been a good vehicle. So yeah, and it actually sat in the yard for 2 years and didn't get driven at all. And when Jeff's truck died, it he just started it up, and he's been driving it ever since. No muss, no fuss. Thing's a workhorse, I tell ya. So I'm gonna drive that. I decided I don't want a car payment anymore. It's got some exhaust problems. It's loud. I don't even care anymore. I used to care, but you know what? After spending the last 3 years making a huge car payment, um, I'll have a free car and deal with the loud exhaust. I don't go anywhere. I don't go anywhere. So doctors and that's about it. The doctor and the dentist. That's the only places I go. Occasionally I'll run out to get some yarn. And then I go to, the retreats, but I can use the good car for that when I need to. As long as we got one good car between us, I think we'll be fine. But yep, keeps on going. I don't know, Paula. No. In fact, I'm gonna text her as soon as I'm done here. I should probably get going pretty soon. I've got to go help Jeff put some gas in the generator. It has a small tank, and he filled it a few hours ago. So we've got to go put more gas in the generator, and he needs somebody to hold the flashlight while he does that. So I'm gonna have to get off of here now, and but thank you guys all for putting up with the crappy video. I appreciate that so much. And thanks everybody for hanging out. I had a great time tonight. Thanks for keeping me company during my power outage. I had a really fun night. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend. And I'm going to go make sure that Mindy's dad's all right. And I will see you guys all later on this week in my videos. So thank you so much, everybody that's new, for stopping in. And everybody that is been here for a while, thank you guys too. I appreciate you spending your Saturday night with me. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.